Careful, Envoy. If Solace is panicking, something's very wrong.
We need...
And then what? Start over with nothing.
That's why none.
He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going to have to tell...
Sure, the keeper's gone. You know what it means.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep.
Envoy! God, please, whatever it is, we are in...
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows.
I told you...
The steel, be thankful.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How?
Why didn't you tell me? Cost you, good God.
If there's another way to the garden, maybe Kostya told the steel...
No. I can't believe I didn't see this coming.
Not your masters, not your friends. Only you. They can. But I thought us inviolate, beyond these temptations.
I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
I will. Abaddon, I will show. If I would... I do not... I cannot suffer. Now I must return. Let's hope we don't need... If your arrival is indeed... Go now.
Do you think Abaddon and Mag...
Ah, the outsiders! Oh, indeed. The king. They're quite... I could... Very...
Now this.
It is done. You will not... Dismiss it. Bring me... Aye, this one.
Always a...
Here you are. I should... We have... Like, council.
few mycologists who could die happy here. Is that lava really high for everyone, or just me?
And rock!
This whole place feels like it's gonna come apart.
These poor wardens. Kostya must be behind this. Let's hurry.
Take worth and rock!
Let's see what you...
And rock!
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Voices silenced.
We're in a bit of a rush, Envoy.
return.
And rock! Loose end! Eggsworth and rock! And rock! Loose end!
Kostya is going to start without us if we don't get a move on. Someone's eager to meet us.
Loose end! And rock!
Watch your right! isn't very loyal himself, is he?
We should move.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning. This one's mine.
Join the Patriots! Watch your left!
And roll!
Eckworth and Rob!
Slow down, dearie. I'd come across references to this before, but nothing could have prepared me. Last one in's a rotten egg.
Soul of my soul. How did you find me here? A god beyond the grasp of gods. What is the wheel to a man subject to one like them? I told Sabadal not to look for me. I did not wish to be found. I have been here for so long. My memories are that. There was a man called Nandru. I remember. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath you. You should run. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved. No. Nor will they hear. Where I pray my soul disintegrates to dust. True death will... That was the name stolen from the ancient souls. Whose we... That is why I must ask you. You have seen them, as I have. Rips in the fabric between the here, memories of the Akida. People like you. This land was once a jungle. The people tried to look after themselves. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sapadal, so that I would be confronted, so that I would not grow weak and give in, so that I would not go to them, so that I would... No. Therefore, a gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wish to bring their children back to them, back to her. The rightful queen. She is the center of everything. Yes, the ruined cities. They remade the land in their image. You, go now to the garden. You need only walk a little more. To siphon my soul into a lonely pit, disconnected from them. I only hope that Sapadal release. I do not know my end. In that I find beyond any even the true gods can dream of. Carved and it knew me. It will know you. Do not thank me. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Wodik,
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Another day, another chapter.
the garden, kill them.
So, do we have a plan for Kostya once we find him? Found the gates! Quick, let's find Kostya.
While it's high. Gotta hurry.
Good, you're here. Help me destroy this winch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so... I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves. Me, specifically? No. In books and records that... By the way... And what of this steel garrote? Should I... Guilty as charged. Mihala's sin is that I had all the time to think. Then I had Dona, our young novice, steal them from the... I assume you didn't let this steel garrote... And so you brought it back here? It was not present in the tusks. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people. I will not watch my people. Then my conviction only grows stronger, envoy. He built us a tomb. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
A life for rubble. Blood for the prison of old.
Envoy, I understand that Kostya...
So be it. I always...
Oh, big mistake!
Who's counting?
Well, that's that.
Did the keep look as confining before? The keep is beautiful, like a gilded cage.
Sir, we have waited so long.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Exactly.
The Pargrunen have always had the choice to leave, and we've seen
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You know your own mind.
True. And you've a date with a god soon.
And that's not all. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably...
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. We should be so lucky.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about...
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? I have a theory. Sapadal has been...
I wouldn't be
About that, before we go any further, I have to... You told the Inquisitor that you intend to kill Sapadal. Glad to hear it, no matter what the Inquisitor said. I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make.
Ever wonder why people don't?
Remember, we're stepping in. There's no telling how.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till. What about you?
You're not going into the garden without Yatsley.
And tell Quileach.
And you don't have to.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not.
Agreed.
Well, let's go then.
I thought so. I've never been comfortable with things I can't explain. If there isn't a poultice for it, I don't want. I'd rather just grit my teeth and push through this whole thing. I'm completely out of my depth. Maybe Yatsley and Giada will. Don't worry about me, Envoy. I know why. Well, somehow I don't believe you. I imagine there are some slumbering gods. Now, can we talk about something anyway? The only one we haven't talked about? I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She could be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns. Until next time.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. For so... You may be... And now that... Do you... That was nothing. We are... I will... But now, my parent... You and I... Anything. I'll try. I don't know. For you. I'll tell you what... Go on then. What's on your mind? Well, that depends. I know.
Okay.
Let me... Which... One sunny day, he awoke to a forest of dead trees, the night sky full of unfamiliar stars. After getting his bearings, in its place, enchanted by this vision, he bent to pick a rose, but its thorn cut like a knife, severing 3 fingers. Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the land takes you, body and soul." Perhaps. Anything in... Of course. Once upon a time, a young girl left town to fetch water from the local well. After pulling up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said. So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, she wished for long life. Second, she wished to be impervious to... And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump. Only a fool ignores a fable. Of course. Which one did you have in mind? One sunny day, a ranger took a nap in the woods of Emerald Stair. He awoke to a forest of dead trees, the night sky full of unfamiliar stars. After getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fior Missivernal, but the settlement was gone. In its place was the most beautiful garden, hills bursting with flowers, the grass as soft as Valiant silk. Enchanted by this vision, he bent to pick a rose, but its thorn cut like a knife, severing 3 fingers. Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the land takes you, body and soul." He awoke in his own bed, a wilted rose clutched in his 2-fingered hand. Perhaps. Of course. Which one did you... Many years ago, he came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees. So the Animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the Golden City fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out. By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the 2 trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came. The end of one story, and perhaps the beginning of another. It's very strange. I can't remember who told me that story, and no one claims to have heard it before. Very perceptive. What do you think it is? I have my own opinion, but I'm curious about yours. That is true of many places, not just the living lands. These stories might not shine any light on the garden, but they could inform the way we think about it. First, the garden is beyond all mortal understanding. If you think you're safe here, you're not. And second, when you walk into the unknown, make sure to bring a friend. Life is full of such contradictions. I say it's better to acknowledge them rather than pretend they don't exist. Hey, you're a good listener. Not everyone has the patience to hold their questions to the end. Alas, that is all I can tell you about the garden. For now, at least. What do you want to know? Go on then. Certainly. You've heard them all. Well, what are you... Until next time. Does anyone want to share a scary... I must admit, you could have helped Kostya destroy the keep. I agree. A decision like this belongs to the community. Even if Solace isn't going anywhere, I think your arrival was a sign of changes to come. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways. And its disadvantages. Someone is always watching you. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't envy you, but at least you keep things interesting. What do you want to know? You too. Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement? Not the inspirational speech we were hoping for, then. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands. I see that as an No one is closer to Sapadal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. Your opinion is the one that counts. A caged animal lashes out at friend and foe alike. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapadal, it can't get any worse. I wish I could say the same for the living lands. You too. You were with the envoy when they died. Did you notice that?
We should keep going. We have to go. Anyway. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns. If I must. Don't know if I have any answers. Anyway. She's not, but other than that. Thanks for talking. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Does anyone have a copy of the Theorems of Pangram? I want to try something.
I wish I could help, sweetheart. Looks like we'll have to find another way through. Or not. I think we've found Sapadal's home.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Sapadal's cage. I was worried for a second.
I think this cannonball.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see... Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
It's not just me.
Oh my gods. How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
She reached out to us, using the tool you now...
But that would have been years ago. The first...
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great...
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents?
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body.
Miss...
After the incident, your parents were like...
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. I don't hold you responsible. I know they are.
We are companions. Toys. Diversions.
I can't believe their design is done. Oh, it's almost one fine... What it...
Not to be put...
We want...
They... You're right.
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade. Death is indifferent, not cruel, not merciful, merely inevitable. The pulling of an ancient weed.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same. May the living lands receive you with open...
Goodbye.
Give her space, dearie. Giada will speak more when she's ready.
Eckworth and Roth!
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
It seems I was not clear enough when I last spoke with you.
Out. Out.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special? With your do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos is a blight. It must be scourged before it spreads. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. Of course I do. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke. A strong censure from one who was not there to witness.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. Then they will keep applying the rod. But there is still time. You can succeed. Face your false god and end its reign. The path of justice is fraught. Only the strong may follow it. I leave you with a warning. The false god, it taints all it touches. My magfolk may be hostile to you. Stay vigilant.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
Much as I...
Let's talk at camp.
And Roth!
Look at that thing move. Wish there was time to study it before it kills it.
You asked for it.
Eckworth and Rob!
Let's take things slow.
Couldn't have done better.
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? Gods. I can't. What's happening here?
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
No, Envoy. I don't know much about this place, but I know this is where I need to be. I remember this. Dukte Dragu, if you think... No, I don't want this. Then for the gods' sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
Oh, not much. I only remember fear and sadness. And you as a kid picking me up and taking me to solace.
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I can't do this, Iancu. I forgot this for a reason.
And that's why you're here, Nimdut. You can't face a god with piles of Saka in your soul. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
You kept everything a secret from me. All that time. A best friend doesn't do that. Well, in this case, you were wrong.
I agree. So sorry, Viate. We should have trusted you to handle this in your...
So? What?
I can't say I loved that part most.
I don't know. I can't.
I understand that. I doubt it. I plan to haunt him forever.
Oh, good. Here's my friend, the Nimdut ghost. Don't... Oh, it was... What just happened?
If one more plant speaks to us, I'm leaving.
Take Worth and Roth!
What a massacre.
And Roth! Take Worth and Roth!
the wheel. That was a close one. Charge it up. Goes a long way.
Hey, Giada.
I'm here talking to dead people. Pete? You're in a good place then. It's been a bit of a ride. I think maybe... we have a lot to...
Anyway. Hey, Giada.
They were all dead. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Anyway. Hey, Giada. How...
All this time, and in a way they did. But it wasn't their mistake. That's what I keep asking myself. This whole look at what my mother... When you speak to a god, it's... No animancer can live up to that. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only... Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful. Hey, this is a big moment for me. Don't trivialize it. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into... You're right. I'm the daughter of proud animancers. As he keeps telling me. Without animancy, without my ambition, I don't even know who I am. But maybe that's a good thing. Either way, I can't wait to find out. The Living Lands is nothing if not a place of self-discovery. Hey.
Leaving your life behind is terrifying. But if anyone can survive it, it's you.
When you find... I'm a man of hidden... Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse. Elite, perhaps, but judging by our brushes with Sapadal at Mampforja and Nakukubel, they're anything but compliant. Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong. You know, if Sapadal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be right there with you. But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. And I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place. Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you. Yeah, you've got bigger things on your mind right now. Just be prepared. If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy. I admire your principle. Look, I've been there and lost my stuff, but I don't just... No matter. What's on your... I don't know. And you... But I know. You... Hold my... Don't forget, but look, and... Good thing... Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing each other's battles. But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't got... You've always known what... Not many people... I never... But you help after... So... I'm not sure I'll be... I barely... I don't know. And you... But I know. That's gotta make this difficult advice to follow. You know what all of us think by now. Ultimately, you're the one who has to decide what to do with Sapadal and where your loyalties lie. My advice? Get a good night's rest, and when the moment comes, follow your instincts. Don't forget that every soul in the living lands hangs in the balance. But look at it this way. Whatever you choose, you'll end the Dream Scourge, and you'll give the living lands a future. And I'd wager that's better than where we are now. Shoot. I'm not sure I'll be much help, but I'll try. I barely plan further than the next meal, and you're asking me? I don't know, Envoy. I just try to take each day and each battle as it comes. And you can see where that's gotten me. But I think it's possible to be too prepared. I know. That's gotta make this difficult advice to follow. You know what all of us think by now. Ultimately, you're the one who has to decide what to do with Sapadal and where your loyalties lie. My advice? Get a good night's rest. And when the moment comes, follow your instincts. Don't forget that every soul in the living lands hangs in the balance. But look at it this way. Whatever you choose, you'll end the Dream Scourge, and you'll give the living lands a future. And I'd wager that's better than where we are now. My favorite subject. not sure I'll be much help, but I'll try. I barely plan further than the next meal, and you're asking me? I don't know, Envoy. I just try to take each day and each battle as it comes. And you can see where that's gotten me. But I think it's possible to be too prepared. I know. You know, ultimate, my... Don't for... I barely... I don't know, Envoy. And you can... But I think it... Rest while you can. We're almost at the end of this.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still. Please, wait now. Find us.
Pickworth and Rock!
Wait, isn't that Tama's camp? Oh dear.
Are you seeing this too? No. No. This can't be.
This place feels...
Something about this place makes me feel so small. This room, it looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? There was no artifice with Tama. Whatever he showed you was exactly how he felt. Well, almost. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, or heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. But now that I see him, it's... Yeah. You're right. It's like, for the long... Better than but you make... So whatever. Now let's... True enough. Let's end this.
What, like it's hard?
Take Worth and Roth!
Ready, aim.
Worth and Roth!
Just getting warmed up.
Worth and Rock!
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Worth and Rock!
Next one's coming from the right.
Worth and Rock!
On your right. Try.
Take Worth and Rock!
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before. The sun rises and sets. Time is mud. When were you born? When were we? We cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tibari Sinakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone. The eagle's flight, the lion's roar. They took it all away. Akita ripped from their beds, rivers of blood. What was their crime? Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly, the stillness of night split by grinding steel. We should have heard a warning on the breeze. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed. A means to an end. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey. Burn them. Then they toppled the statues. A mouth silenced. A record of time rendered in ruins. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out. Sundered, soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves. We had to stop them. The rivers dried. We had no more to give. They raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing. Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves. Their cries, swords in our heart, a severed limb. We watched helplessly for aeons, until you. The wolf becomes a true wolf when it bears its... The wound numbs now. In the silence of our how many voices lost? We sink into the endless... Fish swims in circles. We are not sure we understand. Were we truly confined? Was there growth? Soil stirs. You opened the final. You listen. You stand at a cliff. We twine together.
Take your best shot.
Wet and rough!
This will hurt!
Need a minute. Give me a second.
Come seek! Wet and rough! Make worth and rough!
Perk up.